YouTube, what's going on with you today, man? I hope this video finds you well. Today, I got a little bit of a curveball for y'all. Today, I'm finna do a tutorial on how to get your OBS right so you can record and how to edit said recording. Because how you say you want to be a content creator, but you're not creating no videos, you're not editing no videos, you don't even know the process of how to do any of that stuff. So today, I'm gonna get y'all right and I'm gonna let you know everything that you need. This is gonna be a bare minimum tutorial, bro. I'm not the most versed in video editing, but I do know a little thing or two to get my content out, bro. If you like the content, I would appreciate if you would like, comment, and I would appreciate if you subscribe. So let's get into the video, bro. So first, the very first thing you're gonna do is, right, if you have Streamlabs, unfortunately I cannot help you. I do not know how to tutorial for this for Streamlabs, but OBS though, this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna show you right now. So right now I am currently recording, right? As you can see, I have my face cam on one side and my game on the other side. I do this so we can cut one side and just have one individual what do you call it? Como se dice? Canvases to play with. Canvases. So as you can see, I have two individual canvases, one for my face cam and one for the actual recording and game and my screen captures. Because right now, I'm just recording myself. You see the infinite amount of RNGs in the distance. That's because I'm recording my same screen. But how you're going to do this is you're going to go to File, you're going to go to Settings. Then, after you go to Settings, you're going to go to Video. Have your video settings just like this, how I have it on the screen. Is going to give you that same two screen effect that I'm giving y'all right now. So after you do that in OBS, this is what you're going to do, right? Now, we are going to go online. We're going to download Davinci Resolve. We are going to go to the blackmagicdesign.com. Davinci Resolve. This right here. Oh, I can't click that. Can I not click that? Okay, I can't click that. We can click this, though. All right. Download DaVinci Resolve from here. What you're going to do is you're going to go to Blackmagic Design, DaVinci Resolve, this website right here. Do not click on anything else besides Blackmagic Design and download it, bro. If you have a PC, bro, do not be clicking on random links and downloading things, bro. That's how you're going to cook your PC, bro. Please, I'm literally begging you. You're going to scroll down, free download now. You're going to click that, and it's going to prompt you through the directions on how to download it, right? Boom. So after you've done that, we're going to open up your newly downloaded program, DaVinci Resolve. It's Gandhi's birthday today, I guess. So this is gonna load up, right? So let's give it some time. It's gonna open up DaVinci Resolve. I bet. Now that we have DaVinci Resolve open, here's what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and delete this. I did this before. Oops, not cancel. Delete. Delete. All right. So now, here's a couple of things to note, right? Number one, if you're new to video editing, if you have a PC, you probably have a C drive, right? That is your internal storage. That's going to be the fastest storage. That's where you're going to save most of your games because that's how it's going to load your shaders fast, right? The same thing kind of works with video editing. If you were saving things on a hard drive, it's going to be a lot slower uploading and downloading things. So download and upload speeds may vary depending on what you're editing on. So let's go ahead and turn on my hard drive here. And we're going to open a new untitled project. This is going to be test 1. There it is, local disk L. And I call it local disk L, bro, because I had the hardest time trying to get this to work on my computer, so it's a L hard drive. It's not really L, though. It's really it's like 3 terabytes, bro. So, not too much on it, not too much on it. So, right, we have our open file, or open DaVinci Resolve. Obviously, we don't have any clips. It's waiting for me to upload something. Here's what we're going to do, right? Now that we have DaVinci Resolve, before we put any clips in there, we're going to go through all the different tabs and such. So here's right here. This is going to be your delivery section, right? This is where you're going to put everything. This is where all your clips are going to go into before you upload them, right? Right here is your editing section. This is where all the bulk of your magic is going to happen, right? This is the fusion section. This is if you want to put any kind of green screen video, any kind of like fancy changes, you know, stuff like that, right? This is your color grading tab. This is how you're going to color grade whatever footage that you have. This is your audio tab, how you're going to adjust your audio levels to be real precise. And then this is your export tab. This is how you're going to export everything. I'm going to go through everything in depth so we can understand how to function it all. This is a old repo gameplay I have. So now, you see when I place it right here, I can either place it right here, or I can place it right here to automatically put it on the timeline. If I place it right here, I'll have to drag it down to the timeline. But if I place it right here, now, before I go any further, I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. I do not know what this means, so I just click change every time. Honestly, or hey, don't change, really, depending on how I feel. Honestly, hopefully someone can correct me and let me know what that does. But, right? So as you can see, this is a pretty old video. I was using my camera instead of a webcam. But as you can see, we have our face cam and we have our gameplay separated. We don't really need to do too much here. We have our gameplay uploaded. So now we can go on to the editing tab. Alright, so now in the editing tab, before we even touch this footage, I'm gonna walk y'all through all the different tabs of editing, right? So in the bottom left here, we have all our effects. This is how we're gonna have our subtitles, transitions, all of that good stuff, right? In the top right here, we have our transform, our cropping. This is how we're gonna manipulate the footage that we have. So we want to crop it, we want to move it, lens corrections, good stuff like that. But here, you're gonna see we have keyframes. Now, I just threw a lot of words at you, but we're gonna go into keyframes later. So I'm gonna show you how to do something like this. Hopefully editing Sonny did something cool. I don't know. So we're gonna keep going now. Before we even start, we're gonna have I keep saying all these before we start. There's a lot to know, guys. So we're gonna go into some important keybinds to know, right? This is all gonna make sense once I put it into practice, right? So Alt, we're gonna have Alt click. That's gonna duplicate our footage. We have Control B. That is an instant blade cut. Backspace is a spot remove. Delete is remove and auto adjust, right? So what is that? What does that all mean? So let's start with delete, right? So we're actually, my bad, I capped. Let's start with alt drag. So alt drag, we're gonna click drag. Now we have two different pieces of footage on our timeline, right? Why did I do that? We did that because we want to have one for the face cam and one for the webcam, right? So let's go ahead and I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. So let's go ahead and hide this bottom one. This top one is gonna be our face cam, right? While it's clicked on, while it's selected, we're going to go to our cropping tool in the top right, and we're going to crop right. Once we crop right, you see it's just me. Once I, what's it called? We're going to hide this again. Now, wait, what's going on, though? I still have my face cam here. That's because they're overlaid. If you know anything about Photoshop, this is all just layers. My face cam is layered on the top. The face cam is already showed here, so it doesn't look like I did anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide our face cam. We're going to have the bottom layer selected, and what we're going to do is we're going to transform. We are going to transform, let me see. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. Now we're going to move our gameplay and we're going to have it take up the entire screen, having our face cam off to the side. Boom. Now we have our gameplay. Now that our gameplay is cropped, let's go ahead and enable our top video track. And boom, do you see that? Bro, do you see it? Now I can move this all around. It's not attached to the screen. It's cool, guys. So, you know, let's make this a little smaller. Right, boom. So now we're going to place that in the bottom. We're going to place that right here for now. Just for now. Alright, so boom. We have our face cam separated from our game capture. What else do we want to do now? Alright, so boom, right? We're going to go into the keybinds I'm going to teach you. This is a bare minimum tutorial. This is just what I know so far, right? So like I said, Control B, that's your blade cut. Now this is your blade tool. If you want to just do it the slow way, excuse me, you click the blade tool, you make an incision, right? But if you want to just do it, you know, you edit it on the fly, Control B is going to make that cut for you, right? Control B is going to make it wherever you click it. But if I click off and I don't have anything selected, Control B is going to cut everything down. Oops. Control B is going to cut everything down the line, right? You see how we have a cut all the way through the audio and through everything? It's just going to cut everything down, right? So, now, I'm going to show y'all the difference between delete and backspace, right? Because, you know, depending on who you are, you might use some different ones. So, we go ahead and we can delete one audio track because you don't need the audio doubling. We really do not. Oh, I have the blade tool selected. We're going to delete one audio track. Oops. And we're going to delete that. Wow, see, this is the perfect time to show you. If you don't know, Control Z is how you undo any action you just did, right? So Control Z, I'll bring it right back. So now let's actually delete it correctly with backspace, right? We use backspace to delete the one audio. So let's say I make a cut right here with Control B and another cut right here with Control B, right? So, oops. If I hit backspace, you see how the space is still there and it didn't auto like move everything down the timeline. Now, if I press delete key, you see how it automatically just moved everything. Depending on how you want to do things, it just would be better. So let's say I want to insert a clip right there, I would use the backspace. But if I just want to cut up some footage and just take out some dead space, I would use delete. Right. Easy. See, guys, that's not even that much. You've been over here procrastinating on making YouTube videos, and this is all that it takes, right? Easy, guys. All right, now, let's say I wanted to put a transition right here, right? So we're gonna go to our bottom left. We're gonna go to video transitions, and now I have a few ones that I like. Me personally, I like the cross dissolve or the blur dissolve. Excuse me. I like the blur dissolve. So right now, and bro, I'm trying to tell you, it literally does the work for you, bro. You put the cross dissolve right there, and now, watch this. We press play. The cross dissolve is gonna show only for the face cam, right? But wait, it didn't even show for the video. We want it to show for both, so we have to put both right there, right? And now, if we press Control plus sign, we're gonna zoom in on our footage, right? So let's go to where our transition is at. Oops. So our transition is right here. It's lined up. So now the transition is gonna happen with both the footage and my face cam. So let's see it.
Oh my god, this intro is
Easy, easy, guys. Come on. We just did that. All right, now let's zoom back out. Let's zoom back out. Let's zoom back out. What else can I teach y'all? All right. So let's say I have a clip I wanted to insert. So let's go back in my thingy. Let's go back in my plethora of footage that I have. Let's find a funny video that I could use. All right, boom. Let's go to use this, right? All right. Now, I have this video. We're going to make another insert. Well, actually, I already have one right here, right? So I have an insert right here, right? Now, instead of putting my video on the timeline, trying to make it fit, you know, like, I just put it on top of the footage. That's not really what I wanted to do, right? So now, what we're going to do is this thing right here is insert clip. And honestly, if you hover over anything, it's going to show you the keybind and what it does, right? So we're going to insert clip. I have the clip selected right here. We're going to insert it. You see how it automatically inserted it between my footage? So now, easy, bro. It's so simple. So simple. And honestly, bro, I'm giving you this tutorial. All of this is on Google. I literally went on Google and figured it out, bro. If there's anything that I'm saying that's unclear, just Google it, bro. Put it in ChatGPT. Do something, bro. Like it's not that hard. All right, boom. So now we are now going to let's get into some keyframes. All right, boom. What's a keyframe? So a keyframe is being able to do like the things that I showed y'all earlier, dissolving the camera, making it appear, making it move. So let's all right, so boom, right now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with a keyframe. So now, we're going to go to a random part of our video, right? We're going to make an incision. Oops. We're going to make an incision with Control B, right? We are going to set our original keyframe. So we want to use transform. We're going to click the keyframe, transform. We want to start on this frame, right? So let's go a little bit out. We are going to then move said piece of footage. And then click make another incision, and now that's our keyframe. It does it automatically for you. So now, as you can see, it moves the footage. Now, let's say I want to do the same thing with opacity, right? We're going to move our playhead. We're going to move it, and we're going to bring it, you know, over here. So now, let's say I wanted to make myself a little dimmer. I just want the opacity to go down the footage. So we are going to make an incision, click the opacity playhead, or keyframe, excuse me. We're going to let it go for a little bit. All right, we can stop it right there. We are going to then... Oh, but I'll put it back. Boom. Right there. We are going to put the opacity to 0, and it makes the keyframe for us, bro. So then we make another incision. And then now... It does it for you, bro. It literally does the work for you, bro. You got it. It's not that bad. So now that I showed you a little thing or two, now let's say I have a green screen video that I want to put on here, right? So here's what we're going to do. Here's what I like to do. I like to zoom out on our footage, and I like to move this up a little bit to give me more space to work with, right? So now in Davinci Resolve, it is a little bit finicky. I like to have two separate, because if I put it on the track, it's going to make an incision where my audio is going to mess up the timing of everything, right? So our footage is on the timeline. Here's how we're going to create a green screen video for our footage to use, right? So what we're going to do is with our footage selected on the top, I usually keep it on the top just to keep it off my canvases because it's not ready to go on the piece yet, you know what I mean? So we go to Fusion. Now, with this selected, we are going to click our median one. We're going to click Shift and Space. Shift and Space is going to bring up our select tool. We're going to select 3D Keyer. We're going to add that. That's going to be in the middle of here, right? So now with 3D Keyer selected, you're going to come to the top right here. There's going to be a little dropper tool with a plus sign. We're going to click the dropper tool. We're going to click the green area outside the footage. We click it. Now we've taken off the back. We've taken off the green from the back, right? So now we go back here. We place it on our footage. And magic. Now it's there. That's a green screen video. Very, very simple. You can make it bigger however you want. You can transform it. You feel what I'm saying? Do whatever you want to it, bro. So now, what else? Honestly, and that's really like, that's the bare minimum that I could teach y'all. You feel what I'm saying? There's probably a lot more nuanced things you can do. You know, go to here, you can adjust the audio levels. But now I'm going to teach y'all how to properly export, right? So right now, everything is selected. I like Davinci Resolve because you can make clips while you're editing, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to title our clip, test clip, and we're gonna flip. I'm not changing it, bro. Then we're gonna go to browse. We're gonna browse where we want to save it at. We are going. I usually save it in my TikTok clips. We save it right there. So now it has location and the title. So now what we're gonna do is we want to edit. We want to only save a certain part of this video. We don't want to save the entire thing. You're gonna right click, and we're gonna say mark in. Then we're gonna right click on the end, mark out. Oops, we gotta put the playhead. I forgot. Dang, bro, I'm folding. Put the playhead, mark out. Now it's only saving that certain section. So now what we do is we click add to render queue. And now we click render and it'll render. They'll render just that section. But now if we want to edit render the entire timeline, we just click the entire timeline and now render the entire video you've just edited. So then after that, bro, I mean, that's all. That's really the bare minimum you need to get started. You can get sound effects online from my instance. I'll put that right here. Good good website to use for sound effects. You could I taught you how to insert a green screen video. Go ahead and get started, bro. I want to see that content. What are you doing? If you like the content, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.